Imagine if you could walk through a church that no longer exists from 600 years ago. So often when we come to a gallery, we see a painting abstracted on a wall, and we lose sight of the fact that originally it stood in a church on an altar in a huge religious space.
I'm standing in front of Jacopo di Cione's great altarpiece made for the Florentine church of San Pier Maggiore. Now, this altarpiece has been in the National Gallery's collection since 1857, but the church has been completely destroyed, and most visitors to the gallery have no sense of its original context and space. And so it's been really exciting for me and my colleagues here to work with Fabrizio Nevola, Donal Cooper and the guys at Calvium on creating an app which can take people from 21st century London to 14th century Florence, and to put this painting back into the lost space for which it was made 700 years ago.
What this app does is it takes the painting, puts it back on an altar and gives the viewer an experience of the church as it originally would have been, how large it was here in the gallery space. At the same time, by using the same model and putting it back into the city of Florence, we're able to give the city back a church which no longer exists. The project here was an opportunity to develop further an experience-based approach to the urban environment that we explored in Hidden Florence, a location-based app developed with Calvium.
We're a creative technology company, and we've been fascinated with developing our approaches to digital placemaking for many years, and we're interested in how we actually make places better culturally, socially, economically, and make them work. For example, sometimes you augment a place with sound, in which case the sound expertise is what you need as an experience and a way of storytelling.
We're here, San Pier Maggiore, the parish church.
In this instance, we've really looked at 3D modelers, and so we've brought in Zuba, who are experts in creating three-dimensional models and VR and AR.
What we're doing here is we're extending that experience by rebuilding the church of San Pier Maggiore here in the gallery, and indeed back in Florence in the original site of the church.
I worked with the National Gallery in the first version of this project in 2015 with my colleagues Francois Pens, Miguel Santa Clara and Jenny Slivka on the first version of the model for San Pier Maggiore, producing a short film which showed the model embedded in today's cityscape in Florence.
The first 3D model that Donal and the team created in 2015 was completely redesigned by Zuba from the ground up.
We are the technical partners on this project. We are producing the 3D model of the church, and we're also building the augmented reality application along with Calvium. The starting point for us was the model from the academics. A lot of work has gone into building the model that they started with, and also making sure it works on mobile platform. We're using some groundbreaking technology to make this application. Apple AR Kit to power spatial awareness in the app, which runs on most Apple consumer devices, iPads and iPhones.
The idea was to use the altarpiece behind me as the trigger to recreate the church and build it to scale within the gallery space that we're standing in.
It means you'll be able to recognise this artwork, but then freely walk around this whole gallery. The length of the church, as it was, is about 40 metres in length, so you'll be able to walk all the way down this gallery as if you're in the church.
Digital technology opens up a range of new possibilities for us, and it's very exciting to be able to use 3D visualizations and new locative technologies to actually bring the church into the gallery space and anchor it around the actual painting.
The opportunity to bring people into this church which no longer exists. For the first time in however many hundreds of years, people can walk around this church as if they're actually inside it. And you'll be able to do that from the National Gallery and from the street in Florence.
So one of the things that's exciting about this project is that it's using new technologies to do something with very old objects. This painting behind me is from the 14th century. And what we're able to do using 21st century technology is create a built environment to understand this painting. It connects up technology with cutting-edge research and gives us a clear understanding of the context of the viewing practices of the paintings that populate many of the collections of the world.